Pop the hood on a modern car, and the engine is sealed away behind featureless plastic panels and proprietary electronic modules. For decades, swapping out your brake pads was a rite of passage. You'd spend $30 on parts, grab a socket wrench, and spend a Saturday afternoon fixing your own vehicle in the driveway. Attempt that same repair on a modern truck, and the vehicle will stop you. Because the parking brake is now electronic, the caliper piston will not retract unless it receives a specific digital command from the car's brain. Accessing the command requires the manufacturer's own diagnostic computer, a $6,000 piece of hardware. Even the workarounds require professional credentials and software subscriptions that are explicitly closed to DIY owners. This transforms a $65,000 purchase into a financial trap. You own the metal, but the manufacturer has engineered the machine to force a continuous stream of dealership payouts. The first barrier is purely physical. Modern engine bays are designed as a hardware blockade, hiding the mechanical components under a featureless wall of plastic. This is the result of value engineering. It turns a 30-second headlight bulb swap into a multi-hour logistical nightmare that requires jacking up the truck and removing the entire fender liner just to reach a $5 part. On many new Ford trucks, simple repairs now require a cab-off procedure. Because the engine is crammed so tightly into the frame, the mechanic has to lift the entire body of the truck off the chassis, resulting in a labor bill that starts at $4,000. Even the transmission dipstick has been eliminated. You are now physically unable to check your own fluid levels, forced instead to rely on a dashboard light and a single sensor that could fail without warning. This physical density isn't a byproduct of progress. It is a structural wall designed to ensure that even the smallest maintenance jobs require industrial dealership equipment. Beyond the physical engine bay lies the software ransom, a system where every individual component in your truck is treated as a potential hostage. It's called component serialization. The vehicle's main computer is programmed to scan the unique serial number of every part you install to verify its origin. If you install a new window switch yourself, the computer recognizes it as an unauthorized part and instantly bricks it. The component remains dead until you pay a dealer to type a code into a laptop and grant the part permission to exist. This even applies to the battery. If you don't pay for a dealer's software handshake after a replacement, the system will continue charging at the high voltage meant for your old, failing battery, effectively cooking a new $200 part to death in weeks. While manufacturers cite safety and theft prevention as justifications, the primary outcome of serialization is the destruction of the independent repair market. It gives the automaker a total monopoly over every single piece of your car. The final layer of defense is the digital firewall. In 2018, Fiat Chrysler began installing a secure gateway module behind the dashboard of trucks like this Ram 1500. This module blocks standard aftermarket code readers from doing anything more than reading a basic error. You can see the problem, but the gateway prevents you from clearing codes, resetting sensors, or running diagnostic tests. To bypass it, you either have to physically disassemble the dashboard to install a bypass cable, or pay the manufacturer a recurring annual toll to access your own vehicle's data over the internet. This chart shows the impact. Independent repair shops lose $3.1 billion a year turning away locked vehicles. That revenue shifts to dealerships, where a lack of competition drives labor rates to average between $130 and $235 an hour. These digital firewalls aren't protecting your truck from hackers. They are protecting the dealer's profit margin from your socket wrench. This automotive extortion strategy has its roots in the agriculture industry. Farmers discovered that a single failed sensor could brick a $500,000 John Deere tractor in the middle of a harvest. Even with the replacement part in hand, they were forced to wait for a dealer technician to arrive and perform a software unlock at a massive cost in both time and fees. Automakers adopted this blueprint to shift their business model. They no longer want the finite profit of a one-time sale. They want to turn your truck into a recurring subscription service. The reality is that your title is an illusion. You are a licensed primary user of a corporate-owned rolling data collection device that they can remotely disable a moment you stop paying. Resistance is growing. Farmers are now using hacked firmware from Eastern Europe to jailbreak their tractors, and independent mechanics are investing in specialized platforms to push through the digital walls. There is a political path forward. You can support the Repair Act, which would legally mandate that owners and independent shops have the same access to diagnostic data as the dealerships. You can also vote with your wallet. By seeking out trucks without electronic parking brakes or subscription-dependent features, you reduce the manufacturer's leverage over your property. Trucks from the 1990s were built with mechanical linkages and a single-engine computer. While they lack modern fuel efficiency and safety tech, they offer a level of repairability and owner control that no longer exists on a dealer lot. The right to repair is about more than just your truck. It is a fight for your personal autonomy, forcing us all to ask if we really own the things we've paid for.